Oh, look at it. Isn't it the coolest little car? Adorable, isn't it? It has a rollback roof, for goodness sake. Look at this. It goes all the way back, not on all of them, on most of them, which is just a highlight for me, and your kids are going to love it. Obviously, practicality, it's got 4 doors. Don't bully it. But here's a comments quiz. Look at this bit of tape that's rolling down here. I did think when this arrived, hang on, they've damaged this, but it's not. It's a bit of what appears to be tape. Is this for damage, or when you open the door, or... Eh? And of course it's easy to run as well, because in here you can put a fluid which is made up of 83% carbon, 17% hydrogen and 70% tax, otherwise known as petrol. And here is where that petrol ends up. Oh, hello! In this miniature little engine, it's a 1 litre, 3-cylinder unit, which does a 0 to 60 in 13.6 seconds. I wonder what this will sound like. Next in this review of the Toyota Aygo Cross, I want to point out the wheels for you. These look a bit like they should be on an expensive electric car. It's almost a futuristic design, and I wonder whether or not the design of these wheels have actually taken efficiency into play, because this car actually does 1,000 miles to the gallon. It doesn't. Side profile, very nice. You've got a black part at the back, two-tone. Let's be honest, you can have a single colour car, but who wants a single colour? Very nice looking car from the side. I'm going to give it an 8 from the side. I was looking at it out my window last night. You all right, mate? Do you want a biscuit? And what they've done here at the front is very nice as well. If you look at these headlights, they are angled, large, and also prominent. But if you look at the front of the car for long enough, it looks like it's smiling. Come on! Let's go to the beach and that. Being a review of the Toyota Aygo Cross, we should really have a look at the size of the boot, which isn't the best. The Fiesta is bigger, and it's going to be slightly annoying trying to get a buggy in there, although I think Toyota have thought of you, because yet again there's some more tape here, look, so you don't damage the paint. And in terms of getting your shopping in there, well, you can get a few bags, but we're all having less bags now, aren't we? They're thinking of you. The simplest interior for an uncluttered life. This is how a 6'1" person looks. Behind me, about that much room, just being honest. But the interior is just cheerful. Don't bully it. But I do like the round vents here. My favourite part is this oval. It's not even trying to be anything. It's never going to break down. It's good. And also, here, do you need it on this car? Not really, but it's nice. Radar cruise. Have a look at this. This passenger seat, you cannot move down. So I'm really scrunched up in here, which is unusual, and I want this to be able to move down like this seat does. This system also isn't the best. When you press this button, for example, it will say navigation is not available on your system. You can have Apple and Android, but you'll need to plug it in with a cable, which I think in this day and age is a bit like not having electricity. On a positive note, yes, you can listen to heart on it. And is there a place for you to put your latte? Those two things are all that really matters. Yes, there's 3 cup holders, and there's even a latte there now, which belongs to the cameraman, who actually plays rugby and drinks latte. What is going on there? What do we think of these seats, by the way? Nice bit of two-tone. It's nice. Yeah. It's a funky interior. Right, before we find out how much the Toyota Aygo Cross is, we should take this Toyota Aygo Cross for a drive, because after all, this is the Toyota Aygo Cross review. I have said that a few times. Don't worry about it. Well, this is fun, isn't it? Look, pottering about. I'm pottering about on the grass. Why on the grass? Because, mate, cross means grass, it means pottering about. This is the ultimate pottering machine. 72 horsepower, automatic gearbox or manual. That's good, isn't it? Here's an honesty bit. At certain speeds, this car does feel a little bit that it's pulling back. You know, like in the old days, when have you got the choke on? But the more I've driven it, it does it less. It might just be one of those weird things where it's a CVT gearbox, which if you don't know what it is, it's like one gear. So the engine and the gears sometimes get a bit confused, and not many people like those gearboxes. I like them across all of the Toyotas, and I'm getting to like it in this one, but I thought it would be worth a mention. Either that, or this is broken. Okay, on to money. Let's have a quick look at the prices on Leasing.com. Leasing is very much like a PCP, or another way to look at it, is like renting a car for a fixed period of time. Give it back at the end, and in most cases it's about 20% cheaper per month or overall. Do your homework. Let's have a look at this. $224 a month, £2,000 advance, $228 a month, $239 a month, $214 a month with 19 advance. Insurance for someone who's 18 will cost £920 a year for this. It goes down to I think $477 for someone who's 35, which I thought was quite a lot for one of these actually. You know what? Why? Who's going to nick one? Who's going to nick it? Servicing is cheap though. That's £17 a month. I thought that was good. What do you think of those insurance figures though? Do let me know in the comments. And of course, if you do let me know in the comments, YouTube will think you found this video interesting and show it to loads more people. If you don't, they won't. So I don't want to make you feel guilty or anything, but it will be your fault. Okay, here we go. Top 3 things about the Toyota Aygo Cross. What do we think? Right, number 1. I am going to say this is the best looking small car in the world, apart from the Fiat 500 electric. That is a brilliant looking car. So that looks better than this. It does. But this is second. This is second. The driving position, the high up driving position is great. I also think this drives a little bit better. How many is that now? I also think this drives a little bit better than the normal Aygo. Very easy to drive. I can see more. It's easier to get in and out of. Number 2, I think the pricing is interesting. It's not super cheap, it's not super expensive, but Toyota have got a bit of a premium on their prices for some reason. I mean, the Fiesta is more expensive than this, but for this to really stand out, I think it needed to be just a little bit cheaper than the Fiesta. Finally, number 3 is where we started, which is this roof, which I really like. I'm not sure I mentioned that. Yes, I did. There is a disadvantage to this roof though. Although it's fun and exciting, when you shut it, it becomes dark, whereas a normal sunroof, you've got some light. So there's a thing, but I just have this open all the time, even in the rain, mate, because this is a Toyota. Go fun yourself.